Ciao, दोस्तों. A very special video demands a very special guest. And आज मेरे साथ जुड़े हैं Z भाई Talk Football HD. And the topic that we're going to speak about in a bit is about the false nine. But before we get into it, what's happening, Z भाई? How have you been?
Perfect. Really excited to be here. First time here on the channel, Ajay bhai. Thank you so much for having me here. बहुत psyched up for this conversation. Always talking about tactics gets me going. This is something that I really love in football. Apart from all the things, मेरे लिए what happens on the pitch, how the structure works, how the coaches they improvise the game, managers, substitutions, etc. कैसे change करते हैं matches को. So this is something that I always deeply relate to. And think about what the manager thinks about before going the game, how he thinks about during the game, and how the players they impact during a game. And yes, obviously false nine, we have seen one of those roles जिसने कि modern football को shake किया है, and its root obviously going back to a long time before, जिसके बारे में obviously discuss करेंगे. So excited to be here, Ajay bhai. Let's go.
By the way, the choice of drip is fantastic. The Roma third kit is it's bellissimo. Italian में bellissimo. क्योंकि this has got everything. It's got the Lupetto logo. It's got that black. It's got the the Giallorosso yellow, red, and the orange.
Yeah.
It's a classic kit, man. I mean, this kit will be talked about for generations.
Absolutely
but
crazy.
I'm so glad you chose to wear this as well. Repping Roma. so let's start the conversation before I take more tangents and get off topic. False nine का जो एक हिस्ट्री है, थोड़ा डिबेट है कि who really brought it into vogue, but it was in the post World War era, the Hungary team, there was an Austrian team, but I'm not getting to all of that. Z-Bhai, who do you think reinvented and brought back the false nine back in vogue in the modern era of football? कौन लगता है आपको?
Modern era of football, people think it's Leo Messi, but the well-informed people know it is the guy whose jersey is hung behind you on the wall. Totti for me is the modern day false nine, although that didn't last for a very long time. It was for a couple of years, but those were really impressive years जहाँ पे he was influential, just off winning the FIFA World Cup in 2006. Spalletti needed a reincarnation of that attacking force because दोनों forwards injured the team में, and Totti was the guy that he went to play in that false nine role, and it was because of his trequartista presence already, because he was a creative forward operating as midfielder, and started off from the left wide areas because he was such a brilliant right footer. Creative edge बंदे में हमेशा थी, and this is something about a false nine that you can't just play a false nine like हर एक striker false nine नहीं खेल सकता. You need to have that knack in you to play that role. It is not something that you do, it's something that you have already, and this is something Spalletti ने ढूंढा, find किया. Totti was there thankfully, and वो 2-3 साल golden boot जीतना, Coppa Italia के back-to-back titles, absolutely crushing था वो. And for me that was the beginning of it, and when I go back to think about the origination, that this is what I think about.
Absolutely spot on. Before the bald genius of Pep Guardiola, you had another bald genius in Luciano Spalletti. And जैसा आपने mention किया कि necessity was the mother of invention, क्योंकि Roma did have a lot of forwards who were injured at that point of time. So there were no options really. And Italian में जो trequartista जो आपने बोला literally translates into 3/4. So you're neither here, neither there. Neither are you a 9, neither are you a 10. So you're somewhere in between. So it's a very beautiful term for a false nine, trequartista. And Italian football calcio जो बोलते हैं, उसमें बहुत सारे आपको terms मिलेंगे. Regista जो बहुत popular है, libero जो बहुत popular है, mezzala जो बहुत popular है. So trequartista is something that comes with a lot of responsibility. Journalists don't give it ऐसे ही title. वो respect आपको कमाना पड़ता है. And you're right when you say that Francesco Totti did have that in him as a player, because a trequartista was a number 10, playing in that hole just behind the strikers. In fact, Zdeněk Zeman had Totti playing out as a left forward, cutting in. Capello made him that number 10. The trequartista that I mentioned, but Spalletti got the best of Totti, in my opinion, as a false nine, where he was bringing a lot of other attacking players into play. Z-Bhai, I you've done a lot of research on the false nine position. So just can you tell the viewers how exactly a false nine operates and how he can change the nature of the game
Yeah,
through
yeah.
through his impact?
Absolutely. Well, Ajay bhai, as people over here are very much informed lately, and they have done their research as well. जो भी हमारे viewers देख रहे हैं, I'm pretty sure
बढ़िया.
they know about the false nine term. But for those who don't know, it is like जैसे कि अजय भाई ने बताया कि it's like someone who's neither a pure nine nor a pure ten. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले ये बात कह रहा था कि it's something that you have or that you learn or that you adapt, because strikers, they are known for goal scoring. Poachers हैं, वो box में they wait for the crosses to arrive, for the cutbacks to arrive, and they just have to bury the chance. उनको goals मारने से मतलब है. And the responsibility of creation falls on the midfielder. So when there is a forward or when there is a player जिसके पास goal scoring ability हो and plus creative ability हो, so जब उन दोनों को combine करके a manager who is good enough to think कि इस बंदे को एक दूसरे role में हम use कर सकते हैं, like we saw in the Hungarian team, Austrian team, Hugo Meisel, at a point of time, very early when football के tactics develop हो रहे थे, and I read that in that book called Pyramids, and वो बहुत ही
Inverting the
crazy
pyramid.
किताब है. Yeah, right, Inverting the Pyramid. That's my go-to book for the tactics. So,
100%.
like you said, simply saying, a false nine is not a nine, he's not a 10. He's somebody who operates as a nine, but he's a false nine. He operates between the lines. अब यहाँ पे लोग कहेंगे between the lines का मतलब क्या होता है? Because as you know, formations are divided in like different lanes. आप पहले ऐसे mention करते हो 4-3-3 या 4-4-2. So when you say 4, that means 4 defender, and when you say the second 4, that means the 4 midfielders. So जो space है between the two lines, वो false nine वहाँ पे actually activated होता है, वहाँ पे वो खेलता है. A 9 basically would hold his position and वो fight करेगा defenders के against, shoulder to shoulder, wait for the ball to arrive, hold the play करेगा, and then or else he would run in behind. A false nine would rather drop deeper ताकि वो numerical superiority midfield में provide करे. तो इससे फायदा मिलता है, like you know, कि आप अक्सर defender को drag कर पाते हो. So when you drag a defender, your wingers वो in behind runs मार सकते हैं, your fullbacks or your shuttling Carrilero as a midfielder number 8 वो in behind runs मार सकते हैं, advanced midfielders run मार सकते हैं. तो जो space आपकी बनती है when you pull away a defender, that's where you use that role. And plus इसके अलावा if when you are dropping as a false nine, और अगर आपका defender आपको cover नहीं करता है, that means आपके पास बहुत ज़्यादा space है between the lines. So because you're good enough on the ball, a first touch लोगे, and it all depends upon how quickly you turn around, what's your awareness. So for a false nine, जैसे मैंने कहा, not everyone can play that role. You need to have a very good sense of awareness, or spatial awareness, technical ability high होनी चाहिए आपके पास, आप agile हो basically, and you can turn around and find those passes. So if you don't have that knack of passing or vision आपके पास नहीं है, so it's a bit difficult that you could play that role, because आप अक्सर you're playing with your back against the goal. When you are dropping between the lines, you have to quickly turn around, find the passes. तो आपका reaction time बहुत कम होना चाहिए उसके लिए. And this is something, एक ऐसा revolutionary tactic है जिससे आप defenders को काफी move कर सकते हो. Football में
Right.
forwards, what they have to do basically is to create space, and this is the one of the best ways of creating the space and combining with your forwards. So yeah, I think basically अगर simple भाषा में बताया जाए तो it would be, in my opinion, described like that.
Fair, man. I mean, that's right in depth and in detail. And मेरे को याद है that 2005-2006 वो, because it was a necessity, Spalletti changed Francesco Totti's role. But in 2006-07, after Italy won the World Cup, and Totti had this injury that he was recovering from, he became more of that player who would perfectly blend in in that false nine role. And 2006-07 mein you saw that again there was an evolution. Francesco Totti ended up actually as the European top scorer, got the
Top
golden
scorer.
boot that year and won the Italian Cup. And जो Italian Cup final था वहां पे जो मैंने आपको clip भेजा था, that is the best iteration of the false nine being at its best, working its best, where Roma beat Inter 6-2. Uske pehle, just a few months before, it also failed miserably on Roma's faces. But in the second leg, first leg में Roma beat Man United in the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, और वो game में Sir Alex and United were pretty much dumbfounded. Like Vidic, Ferdinand really did not know who to mark.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
वो match में आप goal scorers देखोगे, you had Vucinic and Tadai scoring goals, wide players जो आ रहे. Perotta was very unlucky
was-
not to score a couple of goals. Roma could have won that game, easily by 4-5-0. Or a week later, Roma go to Manchester very, very confident, buoyed by a 2-1 win. And Sir Alex plays Rooney in that role and unleashes Ronaldo. That was Ronaldo's first goal for Man United in the Champions League, and the rest is history, as I say. And they screwed us 7-1, and so that is where probably the false nine, the way that Spalletti used to play champagne football, kind of fell completely apart. But nevertheless, Joe 6-2 win and the clip that I shared with you probably is the best example of success. And Spalletti carried it ahead in 2007, 2008 as well, and the quality of attackers became better. But unfortunately, Roma came very close to winning the Scudetto, but Inter narrowly won it on the final day. Like you mentioned at the top of the video, Totti had, two Coppa Italias, the European Golden Boot in that phase as something to show for that false nine role. Unfortunately, not winning the league. But let's talk about the best iteration, in my opinion, and this is where your thoughts, your insight is going to come in handy, because जैसे कि मैं रोमा को day in day out देख रहा था, you have followed the genius of Leo Messi and Pep Guardiola at Barcelona. So can you share about how Messi from that wide right player became that false nine, and how Guardiola kind of implemented that philosophy? And probably this has been the best iteration of the false nine in the world so far. I don't know about the future, but up tak to yahi sabse best iteration hai.
Absolutely, that shook so many things in world football. I mean, like Sir Alex Ferguson was hit by Roma once in the first leg, although they did recover in the second one. But Barcelona and Pep Guardiola didn't give them a chance. So, like, we owned them. And like you were mentioning when we were talking off camera, that having better sets of players and better quality of players definitely help in the system. You need better technical player, and plus Pep Guardiola following Johan Cruyffism philosophy, जहाँ पे he needed his players to be good on the ball, tight spaces में he needed them to be effective. And Leo Messi, obviously, जब हम बात करते हैं Leo Messi की inspiration की, how he got shifted from a right winger to come inside and play that false nine role, and that was around the time जब मैंने start किया था football देखना. So again, going back to the El Clasico, Eto'o, Lionel Messi, and then Pep Guardiola is like switch apart. Eto'o ko wide bheja, Leo Messi comes inside, and Real Madrid were like, they were bamboozled, they were shocked, like, okay, now what's gonna happen? हम कैसे defend करेंगे इसको? Because Leo Messi, he's short, he's 5'7". You can't out-muscle him. If you're gonna out-muscle him, he's gonna just go under your press, under your shoulder. He turns around, low center of gravity, so you can't physically out-muscle him. He always gets the better of you. So Pep, again, it's not that I believe कि this is something that he was planning for a long time. I think उसको inspiration आया. He wanted to use this. And same inspiration को reverse किया Leo Messi ने when he started to play with Luis Suarez. And this happened because until that time, Leo Messi was playing that striker role. And when Luis Suarez came in, it was that one particular game जहाँ पे Leo Messi ने Suarez को बोला again shift. So we saw the full cycle of it. Leo Messi playing as a false nine, and then Leo Messi playing as a 10 on the right wing outside. जब उसने ultimately Luis Suarez को inside shift करने के लिए कहा, Fatty inside आजा, मैं wide पे जा रहा हूँ. तो that created one of the most lethal partnership that we have seen, and throw in Neymar over there तो वो MSN बना. But Leo Messi operating in that false nine role, it was a delight to watch, Ajay bhai, because Leo Messi for me was he's a center forward. मैं उसको center forward बोलता हूँ, and people know what's the difference between a striker and a center forward. So when he started to play in that false nine role, having great quality players, high work rate वाले players जो कि effectively pressing करेंगे up top, in Pedro, in David Villa, and all of these guys. उनके पीछे bank आप जानते हो, like you had the maestro Busquets, जो कि with as slow as he can get on the pitch, but nobody thinks more quicker than that lad on the pitch. Busquets with his mind, and then Xavi with his passes, Iniesta with his trickery, and then you had Abidal, Dani Alves, Piqué, Mascherano, all of these guys. Come on, they formed one of the most magical teams that the world has seen, and जो football वो खेल रहे थे, and absolutely the सबसे strongest जो उनके पास dagger था up top, that was Leo Messi, because you never know where this guy is gonna pop up. He's a false nine up top. You can't outmuscle him because he's not going into the defender. क्योंकि defenders के लिए easy होता है when they are feeling their striker. They can outmuscle them, they can pull them, cheek हरकतें करना, try to poke them or something like that. ऐसे मस्ती करते रहना strikers के साथ. Keep them कि हाँ अपने line of vision में है. But Leo Messi is like somebody in that role जो कि often he would drop deep, and explosiveness crazy थी explosiveness Leo Messi की. People don't talk about the pace of Leo Messi, a young Leo Messi. Explosiveness, he was unbelievably good. जब you get the ball between the lines and when he's turning, and आपको पता है उसके shoulder drop, you know what's coming, but you can't stop it. Ask James Miller, ask the 1,000 people that he has nutmegged and dropped down, जो कि half turns पे वो बंदा करता है. And that helped Pep Guardiola because पहले Leo Messi was there. He has got great finishing ability on top of being a top playmaker. Magical passes after magical passes you would see in a game. And then when you have players in behind running as quick as Pedro and David Villa, तो भाई फिर it's gonna be a killer mix of it. And that was the best version of Leo Messi and Pep Guardiola in that false nine role that we saw. I think that's what the world remembers.
Yep. Yeah. In fact, like you had mentioned off camera as well, Zlatan Ibrahimovic had to pay the price because he is your striker. He is your striker. Your center forward. Your striker. Your regular number 9. Who had to kind of make way for Messi to come in that role. Yeah. And I think the rest is history because uske baad mein jo dominance tha Barcelona ka, obviously, like you mentioned, the midfield maestro, the three of them, of course, the likes of Puyol and Dani Alves, and later on Messi, Suarez and Neymar all coming in. But that transition of Messi as false nine probably started the dominant era for Barcelona, and Pep as well as a coach. And what was the score? The Real Madrid, the El Clasico score, जहाँ पे मेसी पहली बार false nine खेला.
वो थोड़ी सी humbling थी. Real Madrid fans would not like it if I say it, but भाई हुआ है तो हुआ है. It was a 6-2 battering and one of the biggest defeats at the Bernabeu, and that was one of the best days as a Barcelona fan. And obviously now when you mention it, it was Puyol and PK playing under Pep Guardiola, Mascherano, because he came later. So again, Puyol, we have to talk about Puyol as well in that setup, like a warrior, who was a beast. He played for the badge, heart and everything on his sleeve. So that gave Barca a very nice foundation to build on. And then they had the maestros in the midfield and up top, obviously, killers, Eto'o at that point of time, obviously usko wide push kiya. Zlatan was sacrificed for Leo Messi to come in. And yes, आपको कुछ special करने के लिए, कुछ different करने के लिए world में कुछ sacrifices करने होते हैं. So that was it, I guess.
What is your favorite memory, Z-Bhai, as the from that era, the Messi false nine era? What is your favorite memory? The one memory that would come up.
Well, off the top of my head, ऐसे तो बहुत सारी memories because Barca used to be a serial winner at that point of time. We can talk about the sextuple, we can talk about the treble, we can talk about the 5-0 at the Bernabeu, we can talk about the victories in all of those big games. So मेरे लिए ऐसे like to choose one memory is really difficult, but if I had to, I think I'm gonna talk about the 5-0 win, in which I think we left that pitch like winners, यार वो champions, वो 5-0 वो crazy था, Leo Messi का walk off, Pep Guardiola की वो brilliance, and वो game, वो goals. We got Real Madrid on a rope that night, and they didn't know कि भाई what hit them. So that was peak, and then I think उसके बाद I think first पे मैं इसको कहना चाहिए था वो Manchester United वाला game. I think you ask anyone from that Manchester United squad, अभी भी आप सुनते हो उन legends को जो बात करते हैं, they are like this was the best team, this was the best player, and all of them in their respective position were the best players at that point of time when they faced Manchester United. वो Leo Messi का header, and then उसके बाद 3-1 Champions League में again जो win थी, Wayne Rooney scoring, the equalizer, Wembley वाला game. So that game I think वो killer था, वो crazy था, and I think वो पहली memory होनी चाहिए मेरी. Yes, absolutely. Running circles around the midfield. Then nobody knew कि भाई कहाँ पे आने वाले हैं Busquets, कहाँ पे आने वाले Iniesta, Xavi, Messi, and they were just chasing shadows. इतने quick, इतने fast थे, and वो एक rugged English style of football wasn't enough to beat us. If you have to tackle us, you have to catch us first, and you couldn't.
Yeah. No, I fully agree, and that's why I keep on repeating myself that the Messi false nine iteration was and he's always going to be the greatest of all time, because to see the little man do his magic, and I love it, you know, as a football fan, that Messi and Totti have this mutual admiration society. एक दूसरे को जब भी मिलते हैं आप देखो, you know, on the pitch तो खैर, you know, Totti was close to retirement, but there is an immense respect between the both of them. Or they always speak about, they're so humble, you know, they have achieved everything a footballer can dream of, but the humility that both of them possess and the mutual admiration both of them have is, you know, what kind of warms your heart as a football fan, yeah, Zebhai. So what are the other false nines that come in your mind, like that worked
हाँ.
after Messi, ये जो modern वाला era में है?
Yes, I think Cesc Fabregas पहले तो I was really shocked, to be really honest. I was shocked to my core जब मैं वो 2012 का यूरोस देख रहा था. I was like, bro, what? What? Cesc Fabregas, because I love Cesc Fabregas, and this is one of the reasons I grew liking Arsenal as well. वो Arsene Wenger की team, when they had Cesc, when they had Theo Walcott, Arshavin, Rosicky, and all of those lads, crazy team थी. And Cesc Fabregas, obviously a player जो कि not as elegant as Iniesta and Xavi would be, but a bigger frame, a player who can pick up passes from anywhere and can score the goals as well. You know, the modern day Kai Havertz, if you will, but much more 10 times better, obviously. So at Barcelona as well, he played that false nine role. मुझे याद है जब injuries थी players को, false nine Cesc Fabregas. I was like, bro, what? And then because at that point of time मैं छोटा था, मैं football बहुत चीज़ समझता नहीं था, तो and then अभी जब when I think about those times and जब मैं वापस से studies करता हूँ, तो like okay, I'm inspired. वो बहुत crazy role था Euros में, Cesc playing that role. And then lately we saw Firmino do it really well. Firmino बहुत top.
Very well.
Harry Kane matches it as well. And I see Brighton, तो मुझे Ivan Ferguson लगता है, you know, he De Zerbi के time पे he used to drop and play that role, and obviously Pep Guardiola did it with his Centurion. वहाँ पे it could be Foden, it could be Bernardo Silva, it could be Kevin De Bruyne. I believe that is not the perfect iteration of a false nine, but a perfect iteration of a team that operates up top with fluidity, because there wasn't one player who operated in that role. There were multiple midfielders from Foden to KDB to Bernardo, which took time to play that role, but still that is a role, and I think they executed it really brilliantly. And I think पता है, when you look at Real Madrid and people talk about Karim Benzema, I believe that also shares a line and a very good overlap with that false nine role, जहाँ he used to drop in, link up with Vinicius and Rodrigo आपके. I think वो बहुत underrated version था Benzema का, जहाँ पे he won the Ballon d'Or, definitely deserved, और crazy footballer. So ये कुछ modern day iteration हो सकते हैं. आप भी बता सकते हो anything that I missed.
I'm going to just add another name. You covered it all. और मुझे as you mentioned, I love Karim Benzema, man. I in an alternate universe, you know, there is a reality where Benzema signs for Roma, but the way that kind of, you know, he always played for the team as well. Even when Ronaldo and Bale were there as BBC, you saw Benzema would play on the flanks wherever he would want to play. And in that role, like you mentioned, when he won the Ballon d'Or, he was the most senior guy over there, and you know, he took this role on, because the false nine comes with a lot of responsibility, because agar wo nahi chala to you don't get a result, right? Bobby Firmino as well, man. I mean, what a cerebral footballer, very intellectual. It takes those brains, you know, to play that role of a false nine, and he did it well with Mane and Salah in under Klopp. The name that I had in mind is Dries Mertens of Napoli, and Maurizio Sarri shifted him from a wide player into the false nine, and he had a crazy season, man. I mean, goals and assists, बहुत सही था. And again, like Leo Messi, short, diminutive, low center of gravity, can spin around. भाई बहुत high level of quality था in Mertens. Again, sad that with Sarri they couldn't win the league back then, but definitely I would say a false nine to be added in the list is that
definitely Ajay bhai. Plus, adding on to that, if I'm not wrong, I think there was also a hint of Insigne being that guy, because short diminutive था वो बंदा already, but he also played as a center forward. I remember because he often played as a 9, but वो usually he couldn't be that perfect 9 for them. तो वो अक्सर drop करके उस तरीके से खेलता था. May have been a very short period of time. Dries Mertens definitely I remember. Barca also played Napoli, and उस match में I remember Dries Mertens scoring a goal and he did his infamous celebration obviously. So I've been at the receiving end of that force of Dries and Insigne and all. So yeah, great mention by the way.
Yeah, I mean, Insigne's care was more of a wide player, but Mertens, the way that I think one whole season, he was unplayable under Sarri, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think that's a good way to bring curtains to this fantastic discussion of the false nines. So I can feel the energy, Zeebai. I know you're in Lucknow, if I'm not mistaken. I'm here in Mumbai. And ये जो vibe है tactics का, especially ये false nine, anyone who follows tactics or who likes coaching, this is one of वो ना bookmark करके star कर रहे थे. ये false nine का topic, कुछ भी सवाल पूछो यार, forget physics chemistry वाले, false nine के बारे में पूछो, हम इसकी तैयारी करेंगे. So really happy that you took the time to come out and talk about this. Pleasure having you, and looking forward to doing more such collabs and kind of speaking about Serie A tactics, world football with you, man. Thanks so much for coming on, Zeebai. Your final
Absolutely crazy
thoughts, parting words for this video?
Nothing. I was left alone, to be really honest, in this world of Indian football community. I was left alone because not a lot of people, they have been talking about Serie A. I try my best to cover as much Serie A as I can,
absolutely.
but obviously इतना possible नहीं हो पाता है. So every match day breakdown, I make sure कि यार Serie A के matches को मैं cover करूँ उसमें. Sometimes I try to watch all of those matches एक साथ जो हो रहे होते हैं, but नहीं possible हो पाता है. But yeah, I love Serie A actually. जो rise है teams का, when you talk about Napoli, and I'm very much intrigued by Atalanta. Gasperini has been killing it so long. मैं 5 साल से देख रहा हूँ उनको, and they have been doing absolutely well. And then when you see Roma, obviously Juventus now with Thiago Motta, like थोड़ा सा shaky है, up and down है, but crazy, काफी प्यारी league है, and obviously काफी deep connect.
In fact, I'm sorry to break your flow, Zeebai, but since you mentioned Motta, Joshua Zirkzee last year at Bologna, yaar. I mean, come on. I mean, again,
that how can we forget? Yeah,
I mean, not an exact version of a false nine, but he did the role for the team. Overall the team was much better. But sorry, so go on.
No, just that. Now I found someone that I can pick my brains, pick your brains about Serie A. So I already have a couple of people जिनके साथ मैं usually Serie A की बातें करता हूँ, but adding one more friend to it, and obviously a Roma fan, always brilliant to have fan bases of these legendary clubs. So thank you so much Ajay bhai for having me here. Next time again, I'm looking forward to such conversations. So I really hope that the people who are watching, they like this video, and अगर किया video को तो definitely you have to hit that like and subscribe button as well, boys.
Absolutely. And if you're part of that 0.001% of Indian football fans on YouTube who haven't subscribed to Zeebai, I don't know. I don't think so. They exist. They're imaginary, man. I think everyone is subscribed to you. But thanks so much for joining in, and content aata rahega. And that was Zeebai. I'm Ajay Menon. We were talking about the false nine in the modern game of football. Until next time, it's ciao.
Peace out, guys.